Thanks for coming to my MySpace page. Here are some questions for the blog check that you guys asked, kind of some frequently asked questions that I wanted to answer for you. So, I'm just going to go down the list and answer your questions. So, the first one is, what inspires you to write such beautiful, heartfelt music with so much emotion? And for me, my inspiration comes from a lot of different things, but mostly just things I see going on in my everyday life. I think my personal experience inspires my music a lot, and I want to write music that other people can listen to and feel like they can relate to. So that's pretty much my biggest inspiration. It's just wanting to write something for someone else. The next one is, how old were you when you knew you wanted to be in the music industry? I started playing guitar when I was 15, and I think that's when I knew that this was something I wanted to go for. It was when I first picked up a guitar and started learning and started writing songs. And, you know, when local radio stations started playing my stuff, I was like, wow, this is definitely something that I would love to try to make a career out of. Third one is, if you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why? I think my answer for that would be, I would love to collaborate with Carole King. She's a huge influence of mine, and her Tapestry record was the first album I ever bought, and I just think she's an insanely talented songwriter and singer. Fourth is, what is it like being a singer and actress at the same time? Being a singer and actress is really fun, and it's cool because, you know, my role on One Tree Hill, which is the primary acting job that I have right now, is based off my music. And since I'm mainly a musician, it's kind of awesome to have, you know, an acting role that I'm working in, just, you know, being focused on the music. So it's really fun, and I like it. The next one is, do you have any advice for people that are aspiring to be in the music industry? Which is kind of similar to the other one, but, you know, I think the music industry is kind of a crazy business. It's not very structured, and you have to be really flexible, so I would just say, you know, be ready for anything. The drop of a hat, a lot of plans change in the music business just because it's, you know, it's kind of crazy, but that's what makes it fun. Then the next question is, do you plan to tour internationally? And the answer to that is absolutely I do. I am really excited to go to Canada and Europe this fall, which we're definitely doing, and then I would love to tour in Asia and Australia and all over the place, so I'm really hoping that we'll get to do that soon too, and I'm sure we will. Next one is, who is your biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration is for sure my dad. My dad taught me how to play, and he's an amazing musician and just incredible, and has inspired me in so many ways beyond music, but he teaches me something new every day about music. So the next one is, will Mia be a full-fledged character on One Tree Hill? And, you know, it's hard to say, because my life is, like, so last minute that I never know when I'm going to be shooting One Tree Hill, but I've been doing so much stuff with them lately, and it's been awesome. They've been so good to me, so hopefully Mia will be back a lot this season. Next one is, have you ever considered acting in any feature films? And I definitely would love to do more acting in the future, down the line. I love it, and it's been so much fun. And even though music is kind of my main gig and where my heart's at, I'd love to do some acting, especially in a feature film. It'd be super cool. And then the next question is, what's your favorite song off of A Fine Mess? Would you say this album was a lot harder than your previous? And, you know, I said my favorite song is probably Manhattan from the Sky. And this album was, I think it was a lot easier than my previous record because I already kind of had this one written, whereas my first album, it was like I had 5 years of material to sort of piece together and pick from, and it was so stressful trying to decide what to put on that debut album. But this album, even though it was a sophomore album, and usually that's the one that's the most stressful for artists, this one was so easy, and it just kind of wrote itself because it's all songs that I wrote while I was on the road and, you know, wasn't thinking about writing an album, just was kind of being inspired and having fun. So then we've got, what's it like handling fame? Most new stars seem to be going crazy, but you seem to be so grounded. What keeps you that way? And I don't know, I come from Ohio, and I come from an amazing family, great friends, and I think that's what helps to keep me grounded, just because I love what I'm doing, and I love that I get to go up on stage in front of a bunch of people and play songs that speak to people, but at the end of the day, I'm just a regular kid, so I don't really see it as, you know, a pedestal celebrity kind of thing. I just am having fun doing what I love. Who have you ever met that made you starstruck? This one is a good one because when I was in high school, I played a concert called Farm Aid that was really fun, and it had basically a lot of my huge influences on the bill. It was Willie Nelson and Dave Matthews and Neil Young, and that for me was crazy because I was just totally flipping out, and I was young and I just started, and I mean, still to this day I'd be freaking out if I met Neil Young, but it was just incredible for me. I felt like a total idiot, but it was awesome, and they were all really friendly. So anyways, guys, thanks for checking me out, and thanks for sending in all these questions. You guys are the greatest, and any more you've got, send them along, and I'll do my best to give you a good answer.